Today, I'm going to be taking every type of entrepreneur and showing you the process of how I'd build a complete YouTube brand for each one. By the end of this video, you will have the exact blueprint to picking your skill set, creating a product, and package a YouTube brand around it for the best chance at success. I want all of you to see that no matter what skill set you specialize in, there's always a way to grow your brand on YouTube. If you don't know who I am, my name is DUSPIVA, founder of DUSPIVA Studios, where we've helped dozens of entrepreneurs build huge profitable brands through content. The first entrepreneur we are looking at is finance and money. These are the guys that are telling you how to get premium credit cards, invest in valuable stocks, and teach you how to budget your money correctly. And they know this because they've done it themselves. And now they're teaching you how to master your finances just like them. If you are this kind of entrepreneur with excellent financial skills, keep watching because you're about to learn how to create a profitable YouTube brand with this skill set. Okay, so to make this easier to do, let's make a fake product to sell using this brand. Let's say you help specifically busy entrepreneurs turn anywhere from $100 to $1,000 a month into a diversified portfolio for passive income. Okay, so the first thing I like to do with my clients is lay out 3 months worth of ideas. Assuming we'd be posting weekly, that'd be roughly 12 videos planned in total. Now, this might sound like a lot, but this is really just split between 3 video categories: viral videos for reach, testimonial videos for trust and social proof, and system explanation videos to show how your product works. Using these video categories correctly will not only grow your brand, but grow your business itself. The first category I want to look at is the viral video category. Now I know what you're thinking. Simply making a viral video on command is impossible. It's all up to the algorithm and luck, right? Well, I like to say otherwise. See, the biggest reason that videos go viral is because 1, they are entertaining, and 2, they provide engaging value. So what does this mean? Well, we can take this fake product we made about investing, give it an entertaining viral format about our product, add value that people can take away from the video after watching, and boom, we have our first viral formatted video to get reach and discoverability. We just repeat this 3 more times and we have our viral videos laid out. Now we need to create testimonial videos. We have to prove that our product actually works for entrepreneurs. But if we are being realistic, no smart entrepreneur would let someone play with their money without proof that they know what they are doing. So how can we close this gap on trust with 0 social proof? Well, it's actually simple. We use this finance strategy on ourselves. Let's say we start with $100 a month to show that results will come even with the smallest amount, and let that portfolio grow. Once you have results over the course of 6 to 12 months, possibly even less, the testimonial is sealed. Now we are on to system explanation videos. This is the content that will explain how our product works. A lot of times people will overthink this. This category is the simplest one, but it's also the one that closes the most clients. All you need to do is say what your system is and throw in a number that looks nice and it will get leads. An example of a YouTube title for this would be something like, "This investing system gives me $2,300 a month passively." Okay, we just covered a lot right there, so let's quickly recap. So far, we have a finance product, a transformation statement for the product, and videos with their own respective categories and uses. These 3 things alone will take your business far. But if you know anything about me, you know that DUSPIVA Studios doesn't settle for just good enough. How can we take this even further? I want the financial entrepreneurs not just to set up a brand, but to thrive with one. How can we bring longevity to a brand like this? Well, there are 3 things that we do for our clients to make their brands unbeatable. To build a finance entrepreneur's brand past what we've already created, we need to do 3 things. First, create and give away free products to keep a lead pipeline in play. Second, continue to tighten back-end systems to manage this lead pipeline. And third, build brand positioning with content over time. What I want to focus on is the third one, brand positioning. This one is the most complex, but it works wonders. Brand positioning is the clear and strategic statement that defines how you want your brand to be perceived in the market. Think who it's for, what it does, and why it's different from the rest. Having a product and selling it through a YouTube brand can only take you so far. It might have worked 3 or 4 years ago, but it's a whole different game now. You need to use your content to build yourself towards this point, and that point is positioning yourself as an expert in your skill set while still being different from the rest. Let me give you an example. Let's take our finance entrepreneur with the same product we created earlier. He makes the same videos we outlined previously, tied to the same transformation statement. At first, his content might stand out here and there, with his viral videos getting him great traction and his testimonials and system explanation videos converting leads to sales. But he is eventually going to plateau. Why? Because he is blending in with everyone else. So then how do you stand out in a finance niche? What could he have done differently? Well, repeating that same process gets us traction to start with, but just before he hits that same plateau, his growth suddenly explodes. And this is because of one difference. He positioned himself not just as a person who helps people invest, but rather he helps growing entrepreneurs learn how to budget and invest a small portion of their inconsistent cash flow into a diversified portfolio. He has niched down into his transformation statement. The point that I'm trying to make here is that if you aren't creating videos with this statement in the back of your head, you are doing it all wrong. We have just taken an entrepreneur from having a deep skill set and money to building a full YouTube brand, teaching and helping others for a profit. If finances aren't your thing, don't worry, we are covering literally every core skill set and business model for all of my entrepreneurs watching. Each one covers something different from the last. That way, even if you don't specialize in a certain skill set, you can still learn something new from each one. It's officially the holidays, and in celebration for that, I opened up 2 spots for anyone who wants to take their brand to the next level. If you have received any sort of value so far, just imagine what it'd be like to actually work with me and my team. The holidays really do just put me in a good mood, so I made it to where right now is the best time to check out the DUSPIVA Studio store. Links to all of these will be down in the description. Thank you and enjoy the rest of this video. The next entrepreneur we are covering is the fitness coach. These are the guys getting you to lose weight, build muscle, and fix your diet. These can be personal trainers, gym owners, literally anybody in the fitness industry. The unique advantage that I like about these fitness entrepreneurs is that they not only sell an end result, but they also sell a lifestyle. Now, this is literally golden for building a brand if done correctly. The key thing that I want to point out is that building a profitable brand around the fitness industry is by showing, not telling. For example, if you train basketball players to get insane verts and dunk, you would want to show someone effortlessly dunking in game and getting the crowd hype. If you are training people who are struggling to get into the gym and get in shape, show one of your clients that is disciplined, consistent, and has amazing results past just the physique. Showing the life that the person watching could live is how you build a community of people who want this life, who want this change. For this segment, our fitness entrepreneur is going to be a football kicking coach. So what would our transformation statement be for this athletic entrepreneur? I mean, it was important for the finance entrepreneurs to build their brand around, but it is even more important for the fitness entrepreneurs to lock this in. In a space as saturated as it is, you have to find the riches and the niches. Understand specifically who it is you help, the end results you want for them, the pain point you are solving, and the process you plan to use to help them. Now that we have this, building our brand around our transformation statement is going to be so much easier. Now let's get to the fun part, the YouTube content itself. We're going to be using the same 3 video categories from a few minutes ago. I'm telling you right now, you can use this formula for literally anything. Okay, so we need a way to get discovered, a way to go viral in a sense. The best way that I have seen time and time again is to post challenge videos that are tied to your niche. For our entrepreneur in particular, he is selling coaching on kicking a football. So our viral video might look something like this: kicking a field goal from every yard with a record kick involved as a wow factor. Our testimonial videos like this: how we train the best kickers in the world. I'm sure all of this is making sense to you by now, so I won't dwell on it too much, but just know, by consistently getting videos out like this, you will become the king of whatever niche you find yourself in. However, there is one huge difference that I want to touch on. And this one thing is going to change the way you see the YouTube game as a fitness entrepreneur. Finance audiences buy with their logic. They want proof, systems, and numbers. Fitness audiences buy with their emotion. They want to feel inspired, capable, and connected to your lifestyle. By tapping into the emotional aspect of your brand, you will gain a following built on loyalty. As a fitness entrepreneur, this is exactly what you want. Now, you don't want to make people feel insecure or down on them in a negative hustle culture. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that by simply using your brand to show what their life could look like and how you could bring value to them, success will follow. This blueprint I just laid out is actually how a lot of the best fitness influencers and entrepreneurs get started. They found success in their niches and expanded out. We are taking basic brand principles and applying it to your niche. Alright, so our next entrepreneur is the ones that are tapping into the future of AI. These are the guys that aren't just using AI to cheat on tests, but rather building fully fleshed out systems and automations. Not many people understand AI and its true potential, which is why this is a double-edged sword. On one hand, you have a golden opportunity to be early and create something for yourself. On the other hand, you will have people who question it and don't understand it. If you can just get people to understand what your product is, you will be extremely successful. Just like before, we'll use our 3 video categories, but this time they'll look a little different. Viral videos are all about showing showing the magic of your AI tool, your AI system, whatever it may be. You're not explaining the code, you're showing the result that your AI can get. Testimonial videos are about proof of utility. Show people using your system in real life and the benefits they receive. Whether that be the productivity boost, the time saved, the revenue made, these build trust that your AI tool actually delivers. System explanation videos are your biggest growth lever. These are the videos where you peel back the curtain, show what's under the hood, walk through how it works, and make complex concepts feel simple. When you do this right, you position yourself as both the builder and a teacher. The biggest difference with AI entrepreneurs is that your authority doesn't come from your looks or your lifestyle. It comes from your clarity and intelligence. The clearer and more understandable you make AI seem, the better people assume your AI tool is. That's the paradox of AI branding. The simpler you make it, the more advanced you appear. And that's what separates AI creators who build audiences around their tool from those who just build systems and apps. Your goal should be getting a group of like-minded and curious individuals to form a community around your systems and products. And by making videos that brings clarity to your systems, you can absolutely make that happen. Okay, I think it's time to switch things up. The last 3 entrepreneurs all sold things digitally, which is a lot more common in this new era. But what if you wanted to sell physical products? Believe it or not, people are using YouTube channels paired with other social media platforms to build huge brands for physical products. However, the formula for this is going to be somewhat different. Finance, fitness, and AI entrepreneurs sell transformations, the promise of a better result. They are selling the fact that you'll be better off with whatever it is that they are selling. But with e-commerce entrepreneurs, you have to use a brand to sell an identity. Now, we can literally do this for anything. In fact, I've had thoughts about creating brands around custom rims, candy, lawnmowers, literally the most random things you can think of. But for this segment in this video, I want to work with an entrepreneur who has a brand around hiking bags and equipment. Now, depending on who you are, this might sound kind of lame, but if you keep watching, you will see that a product like this follows the exact formula needed to grow a profitable brand. Let's say this entrepreneur really loves hiking. His brand is built on hiking, but he also has a line of hiking products to go with it that he uses on his trips. Our goal? Get people to see the identity that our entrepreneur's brand possesses for the hiking gear. We need the viewers to say that they want the products for themselves without having to shove desperate discounts in their faces. We need to show how awesome these products really are in action. So how do we do that? For our content, viral videos in particular, we're going to be using a primary-secondary system. Now, what this means is that we're going to have a primary subject of the video that is going to draw in all the attention. This will then be quickly followed by a secondary subject, which is your product being shown throughout the video. Let's create a real viral video to show an example. For our primary subject of the video, hiking the world's most beautiful mountain. Then inside the video, our secondary subject would be using a hiking bag to assist you on your trip. Incorporating the bag in all of its uses throughout the trip is a way of seamlessly showing off your product without being too salesy. That is how brands thrive. Following this primary-secondary formula will allow people to generate their own perspectives on your product, building a true brand. However, for testimonials and product depth videos, this system actually flips. Our product becomes the primary subject, with hiking becoming the secondary subject. For example, testing our hiking gear on the toughest trail in America. For product depth videos, the trend continues. An example of this would be the engineering behind the most durable hiking backpack. You can almost see how each video almost just plays a part in boosting the brand for our entrepreneur. A way to expand on this would just be to add in more products in your lineup as your brand grows. And given that you stay consistent with the content, that brand and business should blow up in no time. Real estate is where some of the wealthiest entrepreneurs live. A brand built on real estate has some of the highest potential because people are always looking for housing or looking for wealth. And both can be found in real estate. You often have 3 routes you could potentially take. First being the agent route, using a brand to find local leads. Second being the real estate educator route, using a brand to teach people the fundamentals of real estate. And third is the real estate investor and flipper route, using a brand to share investment projects, mentoring, or private communities. The first route is difficult because even if you get a lot of traction, you are limited to your area. And the second is selling knowledge for money, which is just too similar to the other entrepreneurs. However, the third one piques my interest because it is almost a hybrid. You are working on flipping and investing into real properties while giving mentoring and communities to people all across the country. If I were building this kind of YouTube brand, I'd create videos around the 3 stages of the flipping process. Stage 1, discovery. This is where you show how you found and bought the property. These are used to build curiosity and excitement, almost like finding a diamond in the rough sort of situation. Stage 2, transformation. This is the core of your brand, and often where most of your viral videos will fall. Filming renovation updates, design decisions, and budget challenges can all be content used to build your brand. People love transformations, and honestly to me they are very satisfying, which is why they do so well. Stage 3, results. This is where your trust is built. After everything is all done and said, you share the profits, the honest mistakes, the lessons, and overall just showing transparency. Now that your content and your brand is starting to grow, this will open up new opportunities. You can find investors for your properties through your videos, open up private mentorships for people who love what you do and want to start it themselves, and grow full-on real estate investing communities. Your brand funds your flips, and your flips will fund your brand. That's how you turn real estate into a loop of constant branding opportunity. Using YouTube to grow your brand, you aren't just showing homes. You are showing decision making, and people will pay to be part of that process. So for real estate entrepreneurs, YouTube isn't about being flashy or necessarily going viral, though going viral would help honestly. It's about building proof and trust at scale, because when people follow your channel, they fund your next deal. We allowed each and every one of these entrepreneurs to take their skills and create full brands with it. Now I currently have 2 open spots for any one of you that wants to take their brand to the next level. If you found any value from this video, imagine what it'd be like to actually work with me and my team. This is the deal of a lifetime for the holidays, because I want all of you watching to get ready for this new year. Links for all of these will be down below in the description. Watch this video next for more.